All right, we're gonna work out. We are working out focused here because when we're running, we wanna be cool and have lots of good tension and strength, not be saggy and not get sore where we don't need to. Let's let our legs get sore, have our upper body be strong. So I want us to start on the ground with some dead bugs. Before you start, please, let's get on our backs, hug our knees, and push our shoulders into the ground. Take 2 deep breaths with me. We're runners. Standing still is not our forte. Go ahead, hug it in. Hopefully that feels really good on your back. Now we can start. All right, so for the dead bugs, we want our arms up tall, and then we want our feet just barely touching the ground. So once you feel that your abs are engaged, you're in the right position. All right, so let's start with our right hand. Start moving it back as we extend the left leg. Exhale during the hard part, and then bring it back up. Nice inhale. Okay, other side. Arm comes back, left arm comes back, right arm extends. And back up. If this feels super easy for you, you can make it harder by getting that leg fully extended and getting it just over the ground, keeping low back on the floor. Good. If this is too hard, don't extend that leg fully. Keep it just bent so you can feel your abs working, but they're not working overtime and recruiting your back. So that was the easier version. All right, so we've got 2 levels here. Let's just keep this going. I said we're starting from easier, getting harder. So if this feels like, well, this is no big deal, just give it a second. Warm it up first. Good. Keeping that low back is on the ground. So we're not making a little tunnel there. And 3, 2, good. All right, let's start our first plank. First plank is going to be a plank with a shoulder tap. So that was when we're coming here. I want your plank first to start without the tap, just so you can make sure your plank is correct. Start with your shoulders over your hands. Put your legs a little bit wide. Glutes are tight. Your eyes look over your fingers. Neck is long. Let's go. Tap one. Tap the other side. You are not going to move your hips, right? Say it with me. I'm not moving my hips. Imagine there is something fragile. I always say a tea set. That just seems really weird. I don't know how I think of that, but imagine there's a super fragile tea set with hot tea sitting on your butt, and you are not going to tip it over. Keep this moving. Good work. 3, 2, okay, knees come down. When we're doing that work and not letting our hips move, we are resisting rotation, exactly like when we're running. If we were running like this, that would be highly inefficient. Hey, let's do those again. Plank with a shoulder tap. So start, shoulder over your hands, feet wide, neck long, your eyeballs are looking right over your fingertips. Here we go. All right, the focus here is your hips. They are absolutely not moving, fully still. If you cannot do this without moving your hips, then maybe you just lift up a little bit at a time so you don't have to be on one hand for as long. But hips should not move at all. Side view here, glutes are tight. No hip movement at all. Good work. Finishing up here in 3, 2, nicely done. All right, rest for a second. Smaller muscles, we're gonna just keep working them. Next thing is a plank with a glute lift. We're getting our glutes in the game. What that looks like, same position, glute, lift, and drop. And then other side, glute, lift, and drop. Once you see what I'm doing, come join me. Glute, lift, drop. So this is the same thing that we were doing the shoulder tap, except now we're resisting rotation in our upper body, and we're trying not to be wiggle worms here. The other thing is we're trying not to be here, right? So we're down plank. I'm not saying we're in a triangle. Good. There's 5 more seconds. Really squeeze those glutes. And 3, 2, 1. Of course, we're gonna do that again. So wrap your mind around it. Think, I am so good at planking. You're as good at planking as Kevy is at napping. All right, that is not a throw pillow. That is my dog. Here we go. Shoulders are over your hands. And once you're in good position, get those glute lifts going. Believe it or not, Kevy does run with me. She can run up to 15 miles. She loves playing in the snow, but she is super good at napping. I think it is a lesson we should all learn. The other thing is, she always does her stretches before we start. The downward dog is real for this one. So keep this up for 5 seconds. 3, 2, nicely done. Okay, let's get a weight. Got this weight sitting here because we are going to do get-ups. I'm going to show you without the weight first, and then you decide what weight works for you. We're going to have one knee up, the same side that our arm is up. The other hand does get to play. If you don't want to, that's fine, but it's at a 45-degree angle from your body. And you are coming up here. So the weight's going to be in this hand, same side as the knees up, and then we're extending here, really getting a reach, looking up, knuckles to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to do 4 on each side. So pick a weight that works for you. I don't care what it is, whatever it is, should be challenging, but you can get up and get down without plunking down. Here we go. So weights up. 1. Come on down nice and slowly. Here's 2. And come on down nice and slow. We're doing 4. Here's 3. And 4. Yes. All right, come down with good form to finish. Bring it to your chest. Switch your knee. Switch your weight. Here we go. Here's 1. So if you know how to do a Turkish get-up, you know what we're doing. If you've heard of a Turkish get-up and don't know how to do it, cool. We're doing the very bottom part of the Turkish get-up. All right, here's 3. And we're doing 1 more. Good work. Really look it up. Yes. And come on back down. All right, before we do that one again, let's do our primitive planks. So a primitive plank is basically when we're in hands and knees position, and instead of our knees on the ground, they're hovering over. So you've seen these in bear crawls probably, or maybe just primitive planks with me. Flip those toes under, yeah, and then knees come up. So now we're in a primitive plank. So hold this with me for just 10 seconds. This is our start. We're gonna make it harder, don't worry. So we're in this primitive plank, getting in good breaths. All right. If that felt easy for you, you might not be engaging correctly. What I want you to think about is when you're in this position that your hips are coming up as high as they can. So I'm not coming up with my back, but I'm bringing my hips up, even though I'm keeping my knees down. That should get it. Hopefully that's the cue for you. All right, join me for another 10 seconds, then we're gonna get harder from there. Here we go. 10 seconds. Getting in good breaths. You're looking over your fingers. Good work, done. All right, now we're gonna do a bear crawl. So we're gonna stay in that same position, and we're gonna move side to side. I'll show you from the front. Here we go. In that bear crawl position, in that primitive plank position. Couple steps to one side, couple steps to the other side. The biggest mistake you can make is that your knees are gonna be more than a couple inches off the ground. So keep them down. Good work. And 3, 2, nicely done. All right, for those of you who have a weight with you, we are gonna do a primitive plank with a drag. Yes, these might be a drag. If your floor is really nice and you don't wanna, like if it's a hardwood floor, don't do that. You can put it on a towel. I don't want it to be so easy though, so try this though. We're gonna get into this primitive plank. We're gonna have our weight really centered on one side. Make sure you can see me here. Make sure you're centered on one side. Now we're in this primitive plank. I'm gonna reach across my body, drag, other side. Again, this is just like, join me when you're ready, just like when we were having that tea party with our plank with the shoulder tap. We are not letting our hips wiggle around, keeping them really still. Show you from the side. Good. This is starting to feel hard. Super. All right. And 3, 2. Cool. Let's bring our weight back and do 4 more get-ups per side. All right. You know the story. Same arm, same knee up. Got your knee up, got your hand up. Other arm is at 45 degrees. We're going to exhale when it gets hard. So that means exhale on the way up, and then again on the way down. Good. And here's 2. This feels really easy. Time to get a tougher weight. 3. You should be able to control it the whole time. Here's 4. Nicely done. All right. I know you guys are doing a good job out there. Bring it down. Switch arms. Switch knees. Here we go. Woo! Didn't quite have my weight up. I was getting excited for that one. Here's 2. Good. Really get the knuckles up to the ceiling. Come on down nice and slow. Here's 3. Come on down. Last one. Here we go. Nicely done. All right, bring it down. So, primitive planks, then we finish with the side plank. Here we go. Primitive planks, so we are back into our hands and knees position. Just holding 10 seconds. Here we go. Knees barely off the ground. This gets us in the right position. Abs working, really pushing the ground away. Feeling strong, drop it down. 10 seconds is easy, right? Right? I hope so. All right. Or if it's not, it's okay. You're a great person. Everyone loves you. All right, we're doing it again. 10 seconds. Woo! Here we go. Then we'll make it harder. Breathing in. Just like you're totally relaxed. Done. Trick your body into thinking, no problem. Okay, let's go right to the weights on this one. So we are going to make this a drag. So go ahead and get into your hands and knees. Feet flipped under. Here we go. Trying to keep your knees as low as they can go. They are not touching the ground. No way, no please, don't do it. Awesome. All right. If you're not dragging anything, that's okay. You can always do a shoulder tap if your floor doesn't allow for it or you don't have something heavy enough. But we are almost done here. 3, 2, sweet. All right, let's do the side planks. Side planks, I want you to do a variety or version of these that works for you. We're just gonna do one time on each side, 45 seconds per side. Ready? Breathe in. We're gonna start in 10 seconds. So get your elbow under your shoulder, nice and long if you can. If not, from here is just fine. Let's do it. All right, so this is our base level. If you need to come down and back up, that's fine. If you can hold it up, awesome. That's what we're aiming for. And if you can get in some movement, double great. If you can't, that makes you fall down, that's okay. Hold right here. Wah! If you want to make this movement, that's a crunch. Do it. The other one is coming twist under. And then back up. Yes. All right. So there are, let's see, 10 seconds to go. If all you want to do is hold, you're awesome. You're doing a 45-second side plank. That's the best. Woo! 3, 2, great work. Okay, other side. 10 seconds. Let my timer chime. So again, shoulder and elbow lined up. You want to make sure your hips are stacked, either in that knee or here we go, long legs. All right, you're on. This is a great time to be thinking about your goals, what they mean to you, what you're willing to do for them, or just think about how strong you feel. Or think about getting your leg in a movement position. You can do those crunches or those twist unders. You decide, whatever it is that makes you feel like this is a challenge. So we're going for this challenge here. Wow, just like that, there's 10 seconds to go. So what are you gonna do with this last 10 seconds? This is the last 10 seconds of this workout too. So make it count, feel good. 3, 2, flop it down. Good work. If you want to, this is our final thing. Just getting into a little bit of a stretch position here, a low cobra. If this hurts your back at all, squeeze your glutes. That will brace the area. You can finish where we started with a couple deep breaths. The world will move fast again once you're done with this video. But for now, high five yourself. You're done. Nice work, everybody. Thanks for being here. Turn this off.